deal breakers won the crowd over. Welcome Julie to the stage.
So it was just a month ago that I won the audience favorite at the Cooperage. I was excited, shocked, and then panicked because they told me I had to come back and tell a long story about forgiveness, and I only had 4 weeks. The first week, I just kind of contemplated the topic, forgiveness. Not the easiest of themes, but glad we didn't go with shame. But I just kept thinking, what are good story ideas? And I started having lots of thoughts. I really try to do kind things, and I remembered, being at the grocery and helping a shorter person find something on the top shelf, carrying bags for an elderly passenger on my flight. I was feeling really good about all my kindness, and then I realized it had nothing to do with forgiveness. So week 2 started, and I was like, I need structure. So I created 2 lists: people I have forgiven, people I haven't. Sipping my coffee, looking down on each list. This is blank. This is long. I was having fun with the second list though. I included the person who thought women's underwear needed to be called panties. What a stupid word. Ladies are knowing I'm true on this one. And those shampoo manufacturers from the 70s who told us to lather, rinse, repeat. How much time I wasted in my youth washing my hair twice. But I thought, I need to delve into this topic. So I started doing research, and there's a ton on the web about forgiveness. And I came across this author, Teresa Colon, and I thought she really summed it up well. She said, ultimately, forgiveness is not about grace or justice. It's a mental health issue. It's releasing what is holding us back. A lot to think about there, but I wanted to make sure I had the actual definition of forgiveness. So I looked up the Oxford Dictionary definition, and it is defined as no longer having anger, resentment, or wishing to punish someone for a flaw or a mistake. It's a tall order. And it made me think, so I can't even get a little thrill when that mean coworker gets fired? I'm procrastinating clearly because it's week 3 now in my journey, and I'm still looking at a blank people I have forgiven list. And then I looked over at the people I haven't forgiven list, and I thought, there's gotta be somebody here I can forgive. And that's when I saw my ex-husband's name at the top of the page. My ex-husband. I could spend our entire 10 minutes talking about that tumultuous relationship. How he made me feel so special, and how he made me feel like shit, sometime within the same hour. Wasn't until I was married and pregnant that I realized the most interesting man I had ever met was really a big bundle of personality disorders. Yeah. He was a force, a tornado, and by the time we divorced, I was an emotional mess and financial ruin in raising our son and daughter. But we're not here to focus on that, the pain, the anger. We're here to move past it. And I'll be honest, that's where I am struggling. Because holding on to that anger made me finally stand up for myself. It made me a stronger person and created a better life. And remembering how he treated me made me much more aware of abusive behavior and how to avoid it. So by the true definition, I failed, I still have anger, but now I can look at that situation with the benefit of time and have some compassion, because I don't think my ex-husband woke up every day saying, I'm going to inflict pain. He was a high-functioning person with severe mental illness. And if I hold myself accountable, which I need to, I was complicit. I chose him, I stayed with him. But in the end, if I had to do it all over again, I would. Because if I hadn't married him, I would not be the mother to my son and daughter, and they are the most important people in my life. So can we call this forgiveness light? This whole journey, though, has made me realize, whether it's my ex-husband or others, I'm not forgiving anybody. I'm just trying to forget them. And this reflection exercise has surfaced all this pain that I thought was past. The male hairdresser who sexually assaulted me when I was 14, the choir teacher who mocked my voice in front of the entire class. I can close my eyes and still feel the humiliation, feel how hot my cheeks were, feel just the lump in my throat. I quit choir after that. I kept going down this rabbit hole of insults and assaults, and then I made another discovery. Yes, I was often the victim, but sometimes I was the villain. One memory just came rushing back, 8th grade. For some unknown reason, our target was Lynn. She was a shy, smart, blonde girl with glasses. One of my classmates called her the dog. Another would growl when she walked by. That gave me the bright idea to go home and get a dog biscuit and put it on Lynn's desk. When Lynn came back from recess and saw the biscuit, everyone laughed. And I was popular that day. That was 42 years ago, and I can still see the hurt in Lynn's eyes. It is burned in my brain. I have tried to find her. I have spent significant time online. I can't. She's not on LinkedIn, she's not on Facebook. It's like she's vanished. She's never been to a class reunion. I just want to find her and tell her how deeply sorry I am for my cruelty. Which made me realize I was missing a list, forgiving myself for inflicting pain on others. So now it's week 4. Still don't have a real forgiveness story, and I'm also having an identity crisis. Because at the beginning of the month, I thought I was this loving and inclusive person. And now I realize I'm unforgiving and angry. And besides, my people I haven't forgiven list has grown exponentially because I added Donald Trump and the 63 million people who voted for him. Every day, I am so angry because when it comes to injustice, I think some things are unforgivable. I forgive you for that later. But you know, the problem here is those 63 million people, they're not anonymous. It's my mother, my father, my brother, most of my extended family, my co-workers, my close friends. I haven't known how to deal with them because I am constantly outraged and they think I'm constantly overreacting. I don't know what to do with their indifference. I worry that I'm one of those people who can only love people who are just like me. I hope I'm not. So now we are real time in this story. I'm in front of you at the All-Stars, a complete mess. In fact, I was thinking about titling this story, How to Lose Your Self-Esteem in 30 Days. Which reminded me, do I need to forgive ex-Fabula for putting me in such a funk? No, I need to thank them, because this was a blind spot. I had no idea this was an issue for me. I didn't realize I was an unforgiving person. And what I now realize is that my subconscious strategy of forgetting, but not really forgetting, is crowding my heart and my head. And And I'm just wondering that holding all this pain and anger, some of it 40 years, maybe it's limiting my ability to extend more kindness, find more joy. I have this image, and it may sound silly, but it's the Grinch who stole Christmas. It's basically that little image of his heart that looks like an almond and then grows 3 sizes more. That's what I'm shooting for. I want to expand my heart by discarding the hurt. I know it's going to be a big challenge, but I've called my therapist, and he said he's up for it.